Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going to go over the Extreme Showdown, and I'm going to go through each 5 of these mini showdowns before we get to this final boss showdown to get those 33 program points for the Extreme program. I'm going to break all these down so you know what to expect and what to do, as well as we're going to go over a draft. Hopefully your draft kind of resembles my draft. That way, when I'm giving these draft strategies, you can kind of mirror it a little bit, make it a little bit easier for you when you're drafting a team. Before we get into that, I need you guys to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, comment down below what you guys think about this Extreme Showdown, as well as share the video with any of your buddies that play MLB The Show 20. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into it. So we've entered the first round of the draft, and it looks like it's going to give you a Prestige Diamond. I'm one of those guys that I traditionally go for guys with more power or have a glitchy swing. So automatically Barry Larkin's out, Robin Yount's out. Now, this Harm Killebrew is in because he has good vision at 99. You know this is going to be on possibly All-Star and Hall of Fame difficulty at some point in time. He has tremendous power, almost max power from both sides. So we're going to go Harm Killebrew. Another good choice, though, would be this Jacoby Ellsbury, because you're going to be able to steal with the 99 speed. He does have a glitchy swing, and he's a lefty. In the second round, looks like we get another diamond round here. And the DJ LeMahieu's a decent card. Zimmerman's obviously out. The Andre Dawson, he's fast, but he doesn't have good hitting attributes. We're probably going to go with Freddie Freeman here. Let's see how he's playing up. He is playing up against lefties, so that actually makes him a little bit better if we have to face the lefty. So I'm going to go Freddie Freeman here. Now we're on to gold rounds. So Brandon Lowe has actually been very good in real life, so he's playing up, absolutely mashing righties. He doesn't have very good vision, though. I'm personally not a fan of his swing. I love Rizzo's swing. The only problem is he plays first base, and I already have a first baseman and third baseman, although Killebrew can go to left field, so I'm actually going to pick Rizzo here just because I think he's the best player you can pick out of the 4. Then this one for me is going to be Zach Collins. I really like his swing. He does have low vision, but he has great power. The next one, we're going to go with Nick Castellanos. Good swing. He's obviously playing way up. Alonzo Simon, not that great. And this Michael Young's just not a very good power hitter. So this one, we got a silver round here. I think we're going to go with Franmil Reyes just because he has the most power. Pilar's definitely a defensive guy. Could be... Actually, let's go with Pilar. He's playing way up against lefties. If we have to face a lefty in one of these mini showdowns, he could be very useful to us. This is another kind of not great round. We're going to go with Kike Hernandez, though. Murphy has a really good swing, but he's obviously playing down and is a catcher. We already have catchers and first baseman. And then for this one, I guess we'll go with Goodwin. The bronze round's really not that exciting. We'll go with Brian Goodwin here. Then we're going to go with Inner Peace, because that's always going to give you stuff down the middle, and we'll go with Top Secret. All right, boys, so we've rearranged the lineup a little bit here to kind of show you what I'm working with. And as you can see, I moved some guys in secondary positions, but it doesn't really matter because it's just hitting. I don't know why I thought about switching them into secondary positions. This is typically what you look like if you were actually having to do a showdown, but it's going to just be hitting. So you're just going to put your best hitters in there based on the handedness, and I'm going to go over each of the mini missions. So just load your lineup with your best hitters, set your lineup for those hitters, and that's how we're going to roll with it. We'll be back after I go over these missions and do these mini missions and give you an in-depth review. So we did our little sample draft, and that didn't really pan out too well for me after we did that sample draft. However, I do have a final team here that we will go over to kind of see what your team will look like at the end and some players you could possibly get. You do get a few prestige people. You do get some diamonds along the road. And then I've gone through and played all of these showdowns, as you can see. I had the first attempt on every showdown except for the first showdown. This is actually my second attempt on it. And I know the first time I did it, whenever I was trying to record the video didn't start recording. So I actually have 3 players that you could possibly have in the first showdown that we're about to go over right now. Let's go over this run. I'm going to explain each of the mini showdowns here before the final showdown. And kind of who you could kind of see. I'm going to do this showdown a few more times because you do get stubs and some XP out of it to try to find other pitchers on this showdown. You guys let me know if, for whatever reason, you're going through these mini showdowns, you find other guys than what I have on the list that will be in the description below and on top of the other ones that are here. My recommendation is you're going to face righties and lefties throughout this, so don't just draft lefties even though the final boss is the Nate Pearson, because there are some righties that match right-handed pitching as well. It's just something to be mindful of. You do want to have guys that are a little bit more based towards right-handed pitching, but don't go all out, all lefties, because you will face some left-handed pitching. I had to face 2 lefties in the 5 mini showdowns. For the first mini showdown, I had the face of the franchise, A.J. Burnett. For this mini showdown, no matter what, you get 2 final showdown runs. It's on veteran difficulty. You have to score 3 runs, given 10 outs. The rewards are a gold batter and gold perk. This honestly can be a little bit rough, even though it's on veteran, because the other 2 guys you could possibly face so far that I've seen is the face of the franchise Kerry and the face of the franchise Orel Hershiser. Now, I didn't face Hershiser. That was the one whenever I was trying to record the video originally for the original draft that it had popped up, but my recording was all jacked up. I did face Wood, where I was 2-2, and I just couldn't buy another run after I scored 2 with like the first 2 batters. As for Burnett, he's not that hard to hit. He seems to really pipe his fastball high, so focus on that. Once you complete this first showdown, you get to the next showdown. These are all showdowns, so you're going to hear that a lot. You're going to get to the next showdown. For this one, I faced Jesus Luzardo. He's a left-handed pitcher. This was his Future Stars card. So it seems like all of the pitchers you're going to face are 97 overall or above, hence why this is an extreme showdown. For this mission, you're going to get 20 outs, and you have to score 7 runs. It's not that bad. It is on veteran, but this is like a typical final showdown in like whenever you do the divisions and whatnot, as in like the Stage 2 and Stage 3 team affinities. It's a typical showdown like that on veteran. You're going to face a high-rated player, most closely related to what would be the Stage 3 final showdowns, because it's your veteran and you're facing a guy that's 97 or above. I didn't think it was that bad against Luzardo. He does have a little bit of goofy windup that you have to get used to. And once again, you get 2 final showdown runs. You get a low diamond batter, a gold batter, and a gold perk. So this one's a little bit better than the last one. Also, you start with your leadoff hitter on second base to help you out a little bit. Just to note, put a fast guy as your leadoff and maybe not one of your best hitters. Maybe the guy that's normally batting 8th if he's a speedier guy. After that showdown, the next showdown is this time around was against the Player of the Month, James Paxton. He's another left-handed pitcher. You have to score 3 runs while not recording 12 outs. It's on All-Star. This is the first time he gets bumped up from veteran to All-Star. Caused me some trouble where he got like 7 or 8 straight outs, and then I came out and just whacked it and scored the 3 runs I needed to score in 4 batters. All of these showdowns, the teams that are in the field are absolutely stacked. They are all the God Squad versions of whatever team you're facing behind the pitcher. I think that these showdowns are tougher, like the showdown versus Burnett, the showdown versus Paxton, the ones with less outs allowed and you have to score like 3 runs. The only reason I say that is because you don't get a guy on second base, so you can't knock down the pitcher's confidence, and also you can't take as many pitches to wear the pitcher down. The reward for this is a low diamond batter and a diamond perk and 2 final showdown runs. The next showdown, I had Trevor Hoffman, which is his Signature Series 96 overall Trevor Hoffman. You have to score 9 runs with 24 outs to play with. Once again, it's on All-Star. Now, for the Trevor Hoffman, he's a closer. So about halfway through this, halfway through me scoring the 9 runs, I think I had like 5 runs, he was gassed, and then he doesn't throw very many strikes. I'd be very patient against it. Trevor Hoffman, look to hit the fastball when he leaves it up or the cutter. That's pretty much the only way you can hit him. He does throw a lot of changeups. You can steal a lot of them because his primary pitch is a changeup that goes like 10 miles an hour. You get 2 final showdown runs for this one, and you get any diamond batter and a diamond perk. I'll let you guys know I got 97 overall Eric Davis for this one. So I think there's a good chance of you getting at least 1 high diamond when you get this. So this one's pretty worth it. I will say, I might be okay going 8-20 for the final showdown and not having to deal with this next one that bumps up the Hall of Fame, which for me was the Chris Sale, White Sox, another lefty. I said I had to face 2 lefties. I meant I had to face 3 lefties. So it was a righty, lefty, righty, lefty, righty, lefty, whatever. They mumbo-jumbled me. They gave me the wickety-wackety, the flip-floppity, the yin and the yang. I couldn't go all righties. I seen a lot of people on Facebook saying, just load your lineup up with lefties, man. That's all right-handed pitchers on the way to playing Pearson. Clearly not the truth. you're going to need some guys that hit lefties. I had Jordan Luplow against Chris Sale in this last one because that was one of my best guys against lefties. When we look at my lineup, you'll see my lineup is stacked with lefties. Those are the guys that gave me his best options to pick. For this showdown against Chris Sale, you have to score 3 runs with 14 outs. It's on Hall of Fame. Luckily for Chris Sale, he doesn't throw very accurate as a computer. He walked all 3 of the guys that scored. He didn't walk them in, but he walked them on base. I got some speedsters on base. You go and do the little stealing glitch, and I recommend getting like base commander for these if it's an option, at least until the final showdown. That way, the base commander perk can help you steal bases, which will bump the runners over, lets you score a couple runs easier. For this one, it's on Hall of Fame, and you get 3 final showdown runs, which lands you to the final showdown against Nate Pearson. It's on Hall of Fame. Whatever your score is, in my case, I did all of the showdowns before, so it's 11 to 20. You get 30 outs to play with. We're going to knock this Pearson out, knock out this extreme showdown. I think it's hard. It's not easy. These showdowns are not easy by any means. I'm going to try to give you an in-depth breakdown of all the cards you could see in each of the showdowns so you kind of know how to attack it. And I think that you guys can get it done. I do think it might be okay to go 8 to 20 and skip the last mini showdown before the final showdown, depending who's in it. Like Chris Sale, I hit Chris Sale pretty well. Chris Sale might give some people some trouble. If it's a different guy, that is a lot harder to hit. Don't waste your time struggling on Hall of Fame after you did 4 showdowns and then lose that last mini showdown because you're not the best hitter. You can just work this Pearson. We've given you his Chewy review. He only has 99 stamina, so you can really work this guy, get him fatigued, get him throwing them fastballs down the middle, and smack this Nate Pearson. You dominate him, and you beat this extreme showdown. Now let's go look at the squad and see what my final squad is. We'll also look at the perks. So looking at my final squad, I got Eric Davis in the leadoff, the speedster. Then we have Willie Stargell, who was in my initial draft this time around. We got the Prestige, David Ortiz, Christian Yelich, Jarrett Kelenic, who's one of my favorite swings, and he was part of the last mini-boss. We got Corey Seager. Then we have the switch-hitting Jimmy Rollins, which is a 99 overall. Kyle Lewis, 92, pretty decent. And then this is just the pitcher. I will probably sub in Zach Collins, who's a power-hitting catcher. And then I'll use Corey Ray and Mickey Moniak as pinch runners, and maybe Nick Senzel, depending on how many runs I need in situations. The silver Jesse Winker might get the not over Collins. We might switch him. Probably start off with Collins. If he's not hitting it well, I'll probably go to Winker. So this is what I got for a final team. It's pretty good. If you do all of the showdowns, you will have a whole lineup of diamonds minus 1 gold. The rest will be diamonds. I recommend when you get closer to the end to go for lefties. But like I said, you could get that lefty-righty, whatever. Make sure you get guys that are pretty good on each side. Also, he wasn't in the draft preview that I did, but this Corey Seager, if you play it today, he is hitting way up versus righties. Like way up, all the way up. Recommend going to get him. Let's look at the perks real quick. So the perks are Oppo Taco, Insider Information, and Inner Peace. So essentially anywhere Nate Pearson can throw the ball, we can hit it hard. The perk that I was talking about that you might want to get is Base Commander. It increases your speed while stealing. This will help you in some of those showdowns to be able to steal bases, which just move runners over, which could give you an advantage to score some extra run. Guys, that's going to wrap up the tutorial for this extreme showdown. Let me know what you guys think about having to do this, how difficult you guys think it is. I hope the video helps you guys out. Like I said, in the description down below, I'm going to keep a running list of pitchers you can face in the certain mini showdowns. I'm also going to run some of these mini showdowns on stream on twitch.tv/HopefulChewbacca. I'll probably be doing those Sunday or Monday. And you guys can come by, try to get some tips of how I bat, how I make lineups. And I will probably tweet out when I'm going to do that. That way, anybody that wants to see like a live tutorial can see a live tutorial. Guys, I appreciate the support so far. Don't forget to comment, like, and share this video. You guys have a great day and be safe. Also, good luck completing this extreme showdown.